Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. I wanted to make a quick video today. This is for everyone in the space, whether the job seekers, the new site owners, the old site owners. Everything gets easier in our industry and more forgiving once you gain more experience. So this is true for employees, this is true for site owners. And it's always like from the perspective of someone without experience or brand new to, let's say, a site owner, a brand new site owner. Someone's been a CRA for 5 years, now they're a site owner. Or the alternate, somebody has been a medical assistant or a pharmacy tech or an international medical graduate and wants to be a clinical research coordinator. They always, from the outside looking in, it always seems like, well, everyone kind of knows what they're doing and it's a lot easier for everyone and everyone's posting on LinkedIn about how busy they are. It's because the industry's forgiving once you gain experience because there's still a supply and demand issue, especially at good community clinics and sites and good professionals in the space, especially at the site level. But there's a bit of a hiring freeze for CRAs, but sponsors are still looking for good ones, and CROs are always looking for good talent. The amount of work you need early on when you are new is 10 times more than you are thinking. So yesterday, I talked to one new site owner. Today, I'm going to be talking to another, and I've talked to this one before numerous times. They are severely underestimating the amount of work it takes. Even if you use a company like mine to help you get studies, the work that you need to do up front, all the intangibles, who are your sales reps for your doctor? How many do you talk to a week? How many medical science liaisons have you talked to? Like there's a different spectrum of how many you've reached out to, but I'm surprised when these brand new site owners when I asked this question yesterday, this person said they never talk to their sales reps. Well, that's why you haven't gotten a study in a year. I asked, how did you get, how are you trying to get studies? She said clinicaltrials.gov and just reaching out to people. That's the bare minimum. And even that, it's not recommended because those people, if your email address or phone number is on clinicaltrials.gov as a study director, do you know how many emails and phone calls you get a day? And for even for like small studies, so because Chris and I do investigator initiated trials, there was a point where my email address was on clinicaltrials.gov for an investigator initiated study. We didn't need any sites. We already had a site, but it was a requirement to have the study posted. I still to this day get emails ask like spam basically. Dear sir slash madam, can I get a study for my site? Like those are gonna get ignored. What doesn't get ignored is unorthodox methods. If you want abnormal results, you do abnormal things. So whether you're a site owner, that means talking to every single sales rep and asking to be introduced to the medical science liaison, mapping out what's going on clinicaltrials.gov, cross-referencing that with LinkedIn, preferably the smaller biotechs, finding out who's the key contacts, not through clinicaltrials.gov, through LinkedIn, finding other site owners in your area that you could network with, and it's a two-way street. So they're going to give you something, you should start giving something at some point in return. These are unconventional. Going to conferences like Save Our Sites, these are unconventional methods for getting trials. Same exact thing for people looking to work in the space. I see people reaching out every day to me. Hey, I'm really want to get started in research. Here's one I'm reading. I'll de-identify the name. I'm new to research. I am interested in starting as a research assistant at a site. I was wondering if you had time for a brief conversation. I don't have time for a brief conversation, and then they say, please, my advice to you and everyone else who ever in the past and in the foreseeable future is find a small research site in your area, go there in person, also find who those people are on LinkedIn. And people say, well, how do you find them? Well, you Google search. You Google search what research sites are in your area. If you see a big clinic like Mayo Clinic or Emory or Mount Sinai, you ignore because you're wasting your time unless you can find a good contact on LinkedIn. But you find small sites like Yuma Clinical Trials, like ABC Research that you've never heard of. Those are the ones you want to go to because they're not getting hit up by as many people. And then you find them on LinkedIn too, and you find who's working there, who has a job similar to the one you want there. You try to reach out to them. How did you get your job? I'm in your area. I really want to do this. You approach the site director. You go in person with your CV. If the front desk tells you no, you can't meet anyone today, you go again tomorrow. If they tell you no, you go the next day and the next day until you get a meeting. This is persistence. And you may say, well, this is weird. I don't want people to think I'm weird. Well, then you're going to be unemployed. And I think that's weirder. And if you're worried about what's weird, then you're more concerned about how you look versus the outcomes you're getting. You don't want to be pushy either. If you actually get a meeting and someone says no, you don't want to keep coming back. There's a fine line and a gray area between persistence and pushy, but for the vast majority of you I'm talking to out there, it's you're not doing enough. You're not doing anything really. And then don't just stop when you find one potential lead, whether you're a site owner or a job seeker. Keep going. Like if you think you need to find five potential studies, uh, you actually need 50 as a site owner. If you think you need five job leads as a potential coordinator, like five sites, you actually need way more. And hopefully there's more sites in your area. If you're in the big markets, there are. But the point is you need a lot more, usually 10 times more than you're thinking. So let me know what you think about this. Then you got to fine tune it, approach with passion. Somebody from my YouTube comments on the video I posted the other day about how to actually interview, it boils down to doing due diligence on that company. So if you're a job seeker, this is obvious what you need to do. You need to do your homework on the sites you're going to, not just spamming. If you're a site owner looking for studies, you don't just spam, you do your homework on what they are studying and why your site is the right fit. You can get into the mechanism of action of the drug because the PI really is interested. You can get into your unique patient population. You can get into just something that the sponsor will see, hey, this is different. And then same thing as a job seeker. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Good luck, Guru Nation. Bye-bye.